Welcome back to Bull Sessions here on 680 KFEQ. You can email your questions or comments to bull@willcross.net. Once again, here's Randy Baker and agronomist Brad Law.
We're back with more Bull Sessions on 680 KFEQ. Bradley, we're excited today. We've got Jim from Midwest Labs coming on to talk to us here in a little bit. We've got Focus on the Farmer coming up later on, so a lot going on.
Lining them up and knocking them down.
I know it. We got a lot of farm shows coming up too, don't we?
Yes, and I was thinking about the very first time I went to a farm show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it was the second largest indoor farm show.
Yeah.
And I remember when I interviewed with you, I said, I like going to farm shows. I could sit at the booth and talk to farmers. That's easy.
I know where you're going with this.
You're going to pay me to do this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you like to go and get paid.
And I like to go, okay, and then go on somebody else's dime.
Yeah.
Well, that there is a very big farm show, and you said, don't worry, I'll go with you.
Yeah, I remember.
And then you had a scheduling conflict.
I did.
And
I did.
You sent me up there by myself.
To put up a booth that's easy to assemble.
That nobody even had shown me how to put this booth together prior.
Well.
And it's like 8 feet tall, and I'm only 6 feet something tall. So, I had to figure out how all these pieces went, and it was in high quality condition. It had to be stuck back together and one to fall over, and it was like putting up a tent for the first time by yourself.
Were you stressed?
So I went up there, and you were sending another guy up there that was going to help me. But he had to make a few stops on the way up.
Yeah.
Farm show started at like 9. He got there at a.m. Mm-hmm. He got there about 2. We left about 3. And then the next morning, he was there. We were there about 9. About 10, he said, well, I've got to head out and meet somebody for lunch.
I was answering all of your text messages, though, from Chicago.
Yeah, well, I was put there by myself, and we
sink or swim, Bradley.
Sink or swim, just feast or famine.
We're going to see how you do right off the bat.
And it was fun, and I really enjoy the farm shows. And I even got to go I met a farmer, and we wanted to go look at some beans they had. And I ended up going an hour and a half or so north.
Just a little ways up the road.
North of Lincoln. So if you're not familiar with the map, King City is south of Lincoln, south and east. I went north.
Oh, well, you understand how scheduling conflicts work, and also directions can get kind of, when I told you to go do that.
Yeah, but I did it. So
yeah, what are you doing now?
Well, Miles here, we put together.
Miles do this every week, don't you? It's getting to be a signature part of this show.
Okay. Well,
you're going on the road again,
yes,
that is for sure.
Yes. Well, we're putting all this together because our farm shows have expanded, and we're doing more.
Yes.
So we're going to be on the road all the way from December up until March.
Yeah.
We're going to be at that Lincoln Power Farm Show December 6th through the 8th in Pavilion 2.
Yep.
I'm going to be giving a seminar on resistant weeds and managing them.
Everybody
on
go
the
up
6th,
and meet Bradley.
Around noon, a little before noon, I believe. We're going to send Blake and the guys from Nico down to Topeka on January 10th through the 12th.
Yep, go see them.
Jeff and I are going up to Ames, Iowa to the Practical Farmers of Iowa conference.
Oh, yeah.
January 20th and 21st. We'll be right here in St. Joe on January 27th and 28th.
Are you going to be there?
I'm going to be there, and Miss Cindy Barnes even said I could have a seminar or two.
You're going to do a seminar.
Do a seminar. Okay, then we go up to Des Moines, Iowa, or Des Moines.
Des Moines, Iowa.
Des Moines.
Desmones.
You're going to get us in trouble with our Iowa people, Bradley.
All right. Well, we're going to the Iowa Power Farm Show.
Yep.
And that is January 31st to February the 2nd. We've got a new one. We're going to go over to Kirksville, Missouri.
Yes, Kirksville.
To the Northeast NEMO Ag Show, February 3rd and 4th. It's
That's
in the evening on the 3rd and then all day on the 4th on the Saturday.
Yep.
We're going to go down to Kansas City. to the
big show
Western Farm Show.
The big Western Farm Show. And I believe we are still, Willcross is sponsoring the World of Outlaws Tractor Pull.
Oh.
I haven't got all the details on that yet, but I'm sure we will.
Well, the last time they had it, didn't some of those ceiling tiles fall down at Kemper Arena when them big old diesels were running?
I think so.
Or was that the alcohol burners?
Don't remember.
It was fun.
It was fun.
And that's the February 24th to the 26th.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Then we're going to go on up to Omaha, Nebraska, to the Triumph of Ag Show.
Mm-hmm.
That's March 8th and 9th, and I signed up for 2 seminars for that.
Good.
So we're just going to be traveling on the road.
You're like a rock star anymore.
On a rock star.
On the road again for Bradley.
On the road again.
It keeps him out of my hair, Miles.
And if you like the...
Yay. Yes, Bradley's going to be gone.
Nice round of applause.
And if you like these little lists or little how we've worked in songs to our previous episodes, remember to check us out on YouTube.
Yep.
Google that Willcross Bull Sessions, and
Yep.
you can find our YouTube channel and just check out what we've talked about. We've
Call
had
us.
Several great guests, and today
Yes, it's time. Let's get Jim in here
we
and
got
talk about
Jim.
soils. He
Jim
really knows
at
soils.
Midwest Labs. Jim, are you on with us?
How you doing? I am. How are you guys doing?
We are doing great.
We're good, Jim. We're good. I've got to toil along with Bradley some more, but I'm going to do it.
Do your best.
I'll do my best, buddy.
Well, Jim, I met you down. I think the first time I met you was down at the at Columbia at a crop update conference. And
That's correct.
What were you doing there? What is kind of your job with Midwest Labs?
Well, I am a laboratory field representative. My background is agronomy, and I spent about 9.5 years in ag retail. As a crop consultant, I was in fertilizer, chemical, seed sales, operations, and management there towards the end. And so I was hired to be mainly a representative for our soil clients. And so I spent most of my time calling on ag retailers, crop consultants, seed dealers, et cetera, precision sampling companies. So what I spend most of my time doing is helping them interpret soil reports, plant reports, feed, fertilizer. I help them understand and be able to navigate our web system, very interactive web system. I do training. You mentioned seminars earlier. I do training from time to time, whether it's grower meeting or seminars.
Wow.
And I call on. I make cold calls. I'm constantly out looking for new business for Midwest Labs, and obviously I take care of my existing clientele.
So you're saying that maybe you could find a new client to help make their soil great again?
I sure can. I absolutely can and will.
All right. One little background on Midwest. About how long have they been in business?
Several years. We've been in business for 41 years now. We got started in 1975 as a soil and plant testing lab, and of course we have expanded quite a bit since then. We do a lot of fertilizer, manure, compost. We do feed, and with feed, we got into the pet food industry, and that has become a very large part of our business.
Wow, that's cool.
We also do environmental work, such as water and wastewater. So I may call on municipalities from time to time, or any company or industry that may have a wastewater.
I didn't know you'd done all that
they need
stuff.
to treat and dispose of.
That's neat stuff. Well, I'm a soil guy, and a lot of our listeners are farmers, And, everybody's got X amount of dollars that they can spend, and we want to try to figure out what can I get the most bang for my buck on, and how can I get more bushels? That's one thing. We always want to try to get more bushels in the bin. And a soil test is a great place to start.
It absolutely is.
Why do we need to even do it?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Why do we soil test in the first place, Jim?
Well, without a soil test, we're kind of shooting in the dark.
Right.
We could put on crop removal, but we really want to know what the fertility level is in that soil, and
right.
So what I want my clientele to do or know is to be able to look at that soil report and first of all understand it, but be able to pick out some possible problems, and that's what I teach and train them to do.
Right. When's the best time to do soil samples? Spring, fall?
There really isn't a best time. Fall typically is the time when most do sampling. The key thing I like people to understand.
Jim, can you hold that thought for just a minute? We're going to have to sneak out of here again for another commercial, and we'll bring you right back on as soon as we come back. Will that be okay?
That would be great.
Okay. Well, thank you. We'll be back with more from Jim, our Focus on the Farmer, when we come back to Bull Sessions on 680 KFEQ.